Hi, this will be a short little video talking about fishing and what's been going on for the past 6 months without a video. Apologies in advance, there's just not been a lot to report. But now that I'm actually closing in on 200mm fishing, about 13.8mm XP away, about 2 or 3 weeks worth of fishing left, I figured it'd be time to give a conclusion to the introduction I gave you in September of 2015. So, as I mentioned, I've been out fishing for about 6 months. Probably finish it dead on the 7 month part, maybe a day or two before or after. And so far, well, not so far, but overall, I've enjoyed it. It's been nice to do something so far out of what I thought was my comfort zone. But it's been good to me. Despite the emergence, I don't know, popularization of other methods such as herb and tar, claw and vams, cutting and eating, which was already about. I decided to stick out the entirety of the 178mm XP I've done in a row, all with snow fishing, except for a couple of hiccups in the middle. About the 135 mark, I tried out cutting and eating to get a feel for it. And around the same time, after I'd finished cutting and eating, the Skilling Cup finished and herb and tar and claw and vams became a thing as well. I tried these methods for about 15mm XP or something, maybe 10, before coming to the conclusion that I really did not like them. Reason being is because it was a lot less flexible than what I'm doing right now. Didn't feel as if there was the sort of time or I don't know, flexibility to just do what I do while I play RuneScape, whether it be reading things or watching things and browsing in general, because the moment you take your eyes off your herb or your claw, that's it, you've made a fucking vam or a tar and you've ruined the whole flow. So inevitably at about the 146 mark or something, I decided to come back to this, and considering I've only got 2 or 3 weeks left, I'm not going to make any attempt to improve my skills at either method, because there's just not enough time to get used to something and get good at something to the point where I can do what I do with snow fishing. Probably one of the main factors that actually brought me back to snow fishing is just that I find it a lot more fun to do, just because of the flexibility that comes with it. So I'd say for over 90% of it I 3-ticked with snow, which is good. Didn't think I'd be able to do it straight off the bat. Thought I'd take some kind of break in the middle, maybe even go back to agility halfway through, but it's worked out really nice for me and I've enjoyed myself, which is the main thing. As crazy as it would sound, I've enjoyed myself. But this video is not only about fishing, but it's also about what comes after. So let's rewind a bit and go back to the start of September when I finished agility. At this point I went and sold all of my marks of grace to get amylase and amylase packets, and I also did about 3.3mm runecraft XP, which took about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. This was to bank two things that I'm very keen to keep up with, which is my farming XP, which is at about 91.8, and my magic XP, which is at 77.1. Both pretty expensive hobbies. I've got about maybe 18 days worth of farming supplies left, and 57k Astrals. All the Astrals in my event are all the Astrals to my name. So I am definitely going to have to, well, it's inevitable that I'm going to have to do some form of money making, to keep up with these skills. Why keep calling them hobbies? I sat on the idea at about 150 mil XP fishing that Hunter really wouldn't be too bad to do. It's quite a nice 200 mil to go for, quite a popular one in fact. Very good money, quite quick. I'd only have to do it for about 1100, 1200 hours or something. I think it's less actually if you were to do tick manipulation, but I don't know if I think I might be a bit too lazy for that. But it ticks the boxes. Good money, good XP, quite long term, and keeps it with magic XP. But I realised that I would prefer to runecraft for it, and then it came down to either Astrals or Nats. Initially, it was a given that I was going to do Nats, selling for 300 to 315 each. Really good money, quite long term as well. I could see myself doing it to about 50 mil XP or something like that, without need to take a break to go and do something else. But then Astrals started going up in price. I remember selling Access Astrals I had for about 202 each. Not sure what they're at the moment, but I still reckon I could make a good amount of money off them, and it also has the advantage over Nats of filling the criteria, which is magic XP. I think I could sustain about 22k magic XP. That's from like teleports and imbues, whilst training there, which would be, the most optimal thing to do in my opinion. I have no desire for 200 billion viables like Herblore and construction and prayer and things like that, so I don't need the excess money that comes with the natures that I do. So I think I'm just going to go and do Astrals after I finish this. As for set goals, I think it's a bit too early to say yes, going for 50, going for 200, going for 100, etc, etc. So I just get a feel for it. I think I'm going to go and do it until I can bank like the bare minimums that I need for farming and magic whilst finishing off my last 30 mil agility XP, 35-ish, 165 to 200. Won't take too long. I reckon I could do that in about 6 weeks. So that'd be good. And then I guess after that I'd be able to determine where I want to go. Kind of want to do it till the end of the year, which would be good. And then 2017 decide what I want to do with the wealth I've accumulated from sort of runecrafting for all that time. So at the end of the year I hope to see myself at maybe 80 or 90 mil RCXP. Probably should try and push for 100 for a nice even number. About 120, maybe 130 mil farming, and maybe 110, 120 mil magic as well, which would be nice. And 9 to 10k EHP. I'm at 7 at the moment. 3000 EHP, all on Astrals, considering it's over EHP, seems fairly realistic for me. So I think that'd be a nice place to sit at the end of the year, and then in 2017 decide where I want to go with my account. But until then, I'm not really too sure what to say. Just want to fish, finish it, RC, do agility, the same old routine goals really. But yeah, that's all there is to report really. As I said, I will probably finish this in about 3 weeks. So yeah, not long left now. It's It's going to be quite the shock. Oh god, I'm streaming.